Hey guys, how's it going? So welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be going over a key light I purchased from Logitech, and it is called the Litra Beam. I will be unboxing it, setting it up, and pretty much going over the Logitech G Hub app. So let's begin. Okay, so let's open up this box. Oh, there we go. I guess there are the directions right in the lid. Here's the light. And then this must be the stand. Well, must be the arm. Okay, here's your cable. Oh, and then here is the stand. Wow, this thing's actually decently heavy. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go over the light. And as you can tell, it is decently long. It's about 16 inches long, and it's about an inch wide and an inch thick. And then on the bottom here, you actually have a 1/4 inch screw, and then you have one on the back, and then you have a one down on the very end. So you could actually install these on, I guess, a variety of different things, say even like a desk mount, a boom arm, or even a tripod if you wanted to. And then you have a little cable management channel right here. And then you have your USB Type-C port right here. And then there's the power button. I'll actually plug it in. If you actually connect this to a battery pack, it will actually be able to provide enough power to turn it on if you need to move it around, say. And then here is where your brightness controls are. I believe this light gets up to 400 lumens, so it gets decently bright. And then here is your temperature control, and I believe it is from 2700 to 6500 Kelvin. And then the last button is a Bluetooth connection button. So let's see if I can get it to blink or anything. Right there. So if you're going to actually connect this to a laptop, or I don't know if these can connect to mobile devices. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out later. So I guess now let's build the stand. Okay, to set up the stand, it is actually really simple. So I'm actually going to take the base, and then as you can see on the bottom here, there is a screw, and then you can turn it right here. And that's pretty much how you would tighten it. It also has a little groove right here. And then there is a groove on the base of this arm. So it only slides in one way. So like that. And then all you do is turn this until it gets pretty tight. And that's pretty much it. It is set up. Okay, so one other nice little feature about this arm, it actually expands and contracts. So right now it's about 14 inches high, and then you can actually pull this up and it goes around 25 inches tall. As you can see, it's actually a decent height above my monitors. So if you wanted to hide this back there, it would be no problem. I'm actually going to set my light up with it screwed into this bottom post right here. So all you're going to do is just screw that. Ooh. Maybe I should hold it just to get it started. There we go. Okay. And then it also provides a tilt as well. So I guess depending on what you like, you can have it set up anyway. Okay, so the next thing you have to do is plug in the USB Type-C. Just plugs in like that. And then pretty much the last thing you have to do is run the wire. You don't have to use these little cable management channels, but it does make it look a lot nicer. So they just pretty much just snap into these little grooves. And then there are some on the back of the arm. And then there is one down at the bottom of the base as well. You can snap it in there. And then say if you have some excess wire, you can actually just wrap it around here and hide it. Try not to smack the light again. And you can wrap that around actually a couple times just to have some nicer cable management. Okay, so now I'm going to set this up to where it's going to go actually in my setup, which is going to be behind my monitor. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually pretty much calibrate the height to where I want it. Oh, cord's holding it. It's probably going to go about right there. So I actually had to undo some of these cable ties, so I'm actually going to reposition them. Okay, so I got my cable management back and actually just got to push it back in down at the bottom. Doesn't want to go. There we go. Okay, so all I'm going to do is actually just slide this behind my monitor. I may adjust it a little bit more, I don't know yet. And then I'm just going to slide my monitors back together. Yeah, see, I'm going to make it go down just a little bit right there. So let's test it out. I already plugged it into the back of my computer already, so it already has power. So that's pretty much it. It actually looks pretty good. So now I'm going to start messing around with the Logitech G-Hub app thing and kind of mess around with some of its features in there. Okay, so now I am going to launch the Logitech G-Hub. And this is their app where you could come into pretty much to change all the settings of the light, say if you didn't like the presets. And as you can see, here is the Litra beam. And it actually gives you a camera view preview, so you can actually adjust it on the fly and see what it is in real time. And let's start up in the top corner here. So you can change the name of the device if you wanted to. You can turn it on or off. And then they have your manual adjustments, or you have a couple different presets. Or you can create your own. Come back to manual. This is your temperature bar thing, so you can change it up or down, I guess depending on how you feel. And then here is your brightness. As you can see, it's actually not letting me go to 100%, but this thing is actually pretty bright at 74, and that's because the port it's actually plugged into is not providing enough power to actually enable it to go to 100%. So I guess it's kind of like a little safety feature in there, so hopefully you won't mess up your light. And then the last thing right here is where you would change your camera. Say if you're not using a stream cam like me, you can change it to pretty much whatever your defaults are. So pretty simple to use app. So I'm actually really happy with the purchase of this light. It actually looks really clean with my setup, a lot better than the ring light did. That thing was actually really bulky. My only regret so far with this thing is I should have bought two of them to replace the lamp that's over here. So there's that. So hopefully down the road I can actually purchase another one for the other side of my computer, and that's pretty much it. So if you actually want to go out and purchase one of these on your own, they retail for around $99. I'll actually leave all the links down below. So that's going to be it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please drop a like. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know where to leave them. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. And that's going to be it. So I'll see you all in the next one.